firefighters have sued Brevard County to try to invalidate the charter cap on revenues that you folks deal with every year. And what we're recommending is that you retain outside counsel to represent the county on that issue, since my office has opined in the past that we felt that the charter cap was unconstitutional as well. And the person that we are recommending is Carolyn Ansay. We've talked to her, and she indicates that she's checking to make sure she has no conflict, and she'll let us know by tomorrow as to whether she does or not. She would recommend she would require $290 per hour to cover it. And the reason we recommended her is because when the charter cap amendment to the charter came up back in 2008, she was on the legal panel that reviewed that charter cap, and she was one of the 2 votes that indicated she felt that the charter cap as it was presented at that time was constitutional. So we felt she would be a good one to pick if you're going to go outside.
I got a question. Go ahead. I was going to ask.
I just want to, I sit on another board that uses Carolyn Ansay for an attorney. Would there be any conflict there?
I think she's checking that out with the Florida bar. That's what I think she's checking on.
Okay. Commissioner Schmidt?
I have a little concern about spending $290 an hour, and I'm not sure how many hours this lawsuit would take, but I have a concern that I know it was challenged once before whether something similar like this was constitutional for them to have this charter cap. I think the Charter Review Committee, we already paid the Charter Review Committee attorney to look at this issue. I think they stated that it might be unconstitutional. And now we're going to spend a lot of money defending something that a couple of attorneys already questioned about. I just assume we do it in-house if we need to defend it at all. But I'm not supportive of going and getting outside counsel and just spending dollars to defend something that a couple of attorneys and other people have already told us it might be unconstitutional, and we've already lost. I'm going to say the county lost a similar case like this before, and you might remind me of that, what that was exactly. But
that was Ellis versus Burke, and in that case, Mr. Ellis was raising the issue as to whether actually, I think it was Burke that raised the issue as to whether or not the charter cap was unconstitutional, and Mr. Ellis was party to the suit, and he defended it. Pretty much the county sort of sat by and watched what happened.
Ellis, you mean Scott Ellis?
Yes.
Okay. And so was he sued because he was the clerk of court, or because he was a county commissioner, or was he?
I think he was sued because
chairman?
He was, I'm not sure why he was sued, to tell you the truth. I think he supported the cap, and I think there was a controversy between he and the county commission that sort of raised the issue, and that's how it all came about.
Okay.
Some third party actually filed the suit, and they named him as a party.
So he would have been the county side of that, though, right?
Yes.
And Ms. Burke was a regular citizen that challenged this?
Right.
Okay.
And in this case, it's the firefighters suing the county because the county is responsible for implementing the special act which required a referendum on the charter cap to replace the old charter cap. And the original reason that the first charter cap was thrown out was because it was inconsistent with state law, because there was no law authorizing it. The difference now is that we have a special act that authorized it, and that's the issue, is whether that special act is constitutional and whether the charter cap under that special act is constitutional.
Okay.
Little different circumstances, that makes for a different lawsuit.
Well, I think I would like to see us defending ourselves against another division of our own county. So I would think that it would be prudent to get outside counsel so that we don't have our own counsel trying to defend against another division of Brevard County. I thought we weren't supposed to do that.
Well,
they have
I agree
outside
with
source.
you. That's why I'm here.
Right.
But they have outside. The firefighters is not using in-house counsel, are they?
No, they're using outside counsel.
Okay, so you're not like they representing. They're not representing the county, that outside source, right?
Mr.
No, it's actually the union that's actually filing the suit and some individuals in the firefighters. So there's a little difference in the sense that we don't represent them, but we do represent the fire department and the fire services department.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. In terms of the attorney that's being recommended, I mean, she already has stated her previous legal position. I don't think that that's changed. And so, you know, there is, her opinion is out there. There's the charter attorney opinion. And so I don't know that a submission of both of those to the court wouldn't suffice on behalf of the Board of County Commissioners.
I agree with you. Mr. Knox, I think you could do a great job, and you and your staff.
Oh, I could defend it, and I probably could beat them.
Okay.
And then you're going to have a charter cap.
Then you will?
Yeah.
Great, then we want to keep you.
Yeah, and that wasn't
I think I
my
have a
suggestion
copy.
was not Mr. Knox defending it. It was, you have, when this provision was first proposed, you have the opinion of this attorney. You also have the opinion of the charter review attorney.
So you
And
saying you submit those opinions and let the court decide it?
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Okay, I think that's great. I'll take that. That'll be my motion.
Well, unfortunately, that's not what happened.
Commissioner Rappatini.
Well,
Mr. Knox.
I feel, I'm hopeful that the commissioners that are for less tax and smaller government will support me in not doing that very thing that Mr. Whitten just recommended. That is my hope.
I want to hear what the county attorney has to say.
Well, the way this came up is the firefighters filed the suit. County's been named as the defendant to the suit. So we are in the posture of defending the cap.